So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. And we're going to talk about Liverpool and how they have been put in the mud. They are mudded. Not once, not twice, but possibly 3 times. Obviously, Caicedo has chosen Chelsea. Caicedo Lavia has chosen Chelsea. Now Mohamed Salah is linked to Saudi. This is mad. I can't lie. We're going to get into all of that. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everybody who's supported the channel. Well over 19k. For any of you that haven't watched any of the watch-alongs, this is for you guys, because the ones that watch the watch-alongs obviously know I thanked them. So thank you very much. I am going to be doing more watch-alongs on the channel for games. So feel free to come and join us. Tune in. I'll get some guests on here. I'm going to be doing some shows on here shortly. That's all in planning at the moment. And the graphics will be taking it won't be a fake house. It will be some nice graphics on this channel before much longer. So again, that's all being done as we speak. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, that will all be done and dusted, ready to go and ready to launch. But make sure you are subscribing. Road to 20k is upon us. So big up to everybody who has subscribed. Stick a like on the video. Leave your comments and super chats down below. I don't know what is going on with this green screen today, but it's not working as well as it should. My lights are fine. So not sure, but anyway, we plow on regardless. But anyway, let's talk about Caicedo and Lavia real quick before we move to Mohamed Salah's potential move to Saudi Arabia. Obviously, Liverpool were in for Lavia. They put an offer on the table. That was rejected, 40-something million. I can't remember the exact figure, 40-odd million. That was rejected. And they then went all in. All the chips were in for Caicedo. Moises Caicedo went all in with the chips. £110 million. Club record, Premier League record. And out of nowhere, we were like, wow, Liverpool have hijacked Chelsea's Caicedo deal after Chelsea done all the groundwork on it. But that was at the early hours of the morning, a few days back. We then wake up to find out that he's decided he don't want to join Liverpool and he actually wants to go to Chelsea. So we're like, okay, makes sense. It makes sense to me anyway. The guy's from Ecuador, grown up in poverty. He's obviously going to go for the highest income, surely. And Liverpool can't compete for wages with Chelsea, but they can compete for the fee. We've just seen that, which makes the fact that he's chosen Chelsea only down to one thing and one thing only: money, which I get. Listen, he can feed his family, his extended family, his future family for the rest of life, for the rest of existence, until they drop off the face of the planet. But then there'll still be more money there. This guy is absolutely caked by going to Chelsea, by the way. Yeah, absolutely caked. But listen, fantastic footballer. Good luck to him. Liverpool fans are fuming, but no worries. They're back in for Lavia. And again, Southampton, Jason Wilcox has actually come out and said, and he's their sporting director, I think, he's come out and said, we accepted a bid from Liverpool. We accepted it. But then Chelsea came back to the table. We've accepted that. Now the player's going to decide what he wants to do. All roads lead to Lavia going to Chelsea. It looks like that's going to happen as well. And if you're a Liverpool fan that's watching this, leave it in the comments section and let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. Because as an outsider looking in, there's something not quite right at Liverpool. The ownership stinks anyway. We know this. They're not interested. Jurgen Klopp looks out of his depth right now. And he's sitting there doing the whole Wenger thing. Oh, I'm going to back the board. I'm going to say publicly about the board being great. Oh, they're fantastic. Listen, we're working within a budget. Blah, blah, blah. But for me, he's gone down this. He's done his 7 years. It's finished route. He did it at Dortmund. It's happened at Liverpool now. Liverpool have never been under Klopp a team that go out and buy a world-class footballer. They'll go out and buy the best up-and-coming or fairly established player that could kick on and make him world-class. Alisson Becker, Van Dijk, Salah, Mane, Firmino. Established players that were not world-class when you signed them, but had the potential to go on and be world-class. And listen, what he's achieved at Liverpool, fantastic. 3 Champions League finals is mad. Winning one of them, cool. Won a Premier League, losing out on a Premier League on 1 point here and 2 points there and all of this. won a domestic cup double, and very, very, very nearly did a quad in that same season. Very nearly did a quad, which would have been insane. But it almost seems like since then, he's kind of had the wind taken out of his sails. Liverpool players have also had the same. And their club, the fans, everything about Liverpool, the landscape of Liverpool right now, compared to where it was when you won the domestic cups on that season where you very nearly did the quadruple, sorry. At that day, when that season ended, and you look at it now, it's chalk and cheese. It's night and day. That Liverpool is not there anymore. It's a completely different Liverpool. And it's a Liverpool where I'm looking at it now going, oh, they're done. They're done. Klopp looks done. Some of the players look disinterested. You've got rid of a lot of players, which rightly so you should have, by the way, because once you got rid of, I think every single one of them should have gone. There's not one where I've gone, oh, should have kept him. All of them midfielders were finished, dead, buried, done. Stayed too long. James Milner, great servant, cool, whatever. But it was time to go. Fabinho was probably the only one who probably still would have got game time this season. Oxlade-Chamberlain weren't. Keita weren't. Yeah, Henderson probably was going to be a bit part. He weren't going to be a starter week in, week out. And then you go and make 2 signings. McAllister, top player. Szoboszlai, top player. But then you get rejected on this. What has gone wrong at Liverpool? Because it can't just be one thing. It can't just be the ownership. Is it complacency? Is it the ownership and complacency? Is it the manager's had enough? He's just going through the motions. And he does remind me of Wenger right now. Listen, Wenger in the last 7-8 years of his Arsenal tenure was exactly how I'm seeing Klopp now. And then I'm seeing a lot of Liverpool fans coming out saying Klopp's got to go. He's done. That's something I've never seen before since he's been there. It's always, no, Klopp's got, no, Klopp, no. Whatever happens, Klopp stays. But now I'm seeing more and more Liverpool fans coming out saying Klopp's got to go, he's got to go, he's got to go. Which I think I agree with, if I'm honest. And I think he has gone stale. Subbing off Mohamed Salah, which leads me seamlessly into the Salah talk. But subbing off Mohamed Salah when you need a goal at Stamford Bridge against a team that finished 12th last season. Yes, they've readdressed a lot of things, but you sub him off when you need a goal. I don't think I've ever seen Thierry Henry get subbed off when we need a goal. I don't think I ever see Wayne Rooney getting subbed off or Van Nistelrooy getting subbed off when they needed a goal. Very, very odd. Listen, there may be instances where that's happened, but for me, that was weird. And I look at it and I think the way Salah reacted, I know Roy Keane and Michael Owen have said, oh, just sit down and shut up. That's all well and good. But when you're the top boy at that football club, which Mohamed Salah is, yeah, his output's just a joke. He's had a good game as well at this point. I thought he played pretty well. You know, he set up the goal. He was playing well. He hit the bar. The game was opening up. Chelsea were getting a foothold on the game in midfield, but it was still end-to-end-ish. You leave him on because at any given time in a game, he can pick the ball up, put it on that left, and it's going top bins. Or dribble round 1 or 2, yeah, win a penalty. So I find it very weird that they subbed him off. Now today, the talk of Saudis popped up again. And I want to go back to what his agent said earlier this month. Salah's agent, Rami Abbas, emphatically ruled out the possibility of the Egyptian making an eye-watering move to the Saudi Pro League this summer, insisting that the forward remains committed to Liverpool. He also said, if we'd considered leaving Liverpool this year, we wouldn't have renewed the contract last summer. Mohamed remains committed to Liverpool. Now today, I can't find the original account, but when I was live with Terry Flewers on the Football Terrace, there was a Saudi account. Can't remember the guy's name, hence why I can't find the account. Had 1.4 million followers. He was Saudi, saying that Salah's open to coming here. We're looking to get him to Saudi. Now there's another journalist called Rudy Galletti. He's an AC Milan journalist, something TV pundit, something along these lines, who's reporting that Salah will let Liverpool decide, as he doesn't mind the idea and respects the Anfield club's decision. Right? There is more in this than meets the eye. More in this than meets the eye. Because I just look at it and I think, maybe he's had enough. Maybe Salah has genuinely looked at the last 2 deals that I've just mentioned about Lavia and Caicedo. I thought, nah, we ain't competing for nothing this season. And we all know, because Mohamed Salah said it before, that he wants to be in the Champions League. And the reason he wants to be in the Champions League is because they've been to 3 finals. They want to win the Champions League. Liverpool have aspirations to win it. When they get in there, they're not there to make up the numbers. They're there to try and win it. And I think that when he's probably looking at that midfield and he's looking at that team, the whole squad, he's probably thinking, hang on a minute, we ain't doing nothing this season. You're in the Europa League. Are you going to take that seriously? I'd imagine you would. It's a European trophy. Liverpool and European pedigree go hand in hand. But it's not the big boy. It's not the big ears. And he's probably looking at it thinking, yeah, maybe I would leave. Maybe I would leave. And let's be real with this. Liverpool get some decent dough for him. But I'll tell you now, if he does leave, if he leaves, they're done. Because they're going to get good money for him if he leaves. I'd say upwards of 80 million. I'd say upwards of 80 million. They've just done 100 million euros on Neymar. And I know Neymar's a bigger star, a bigger name. But it'd be around that sort of figure, 100 million euros, which is about, what, 85, 86 million quid. It'd be around that sort of figure, I'd imagine. He's going to get paid well. And although he still has aspirations to win the Champions League, he's probably thinking, I ain't ever going to do this at Liverpool. No other club's going to come in for me in the Premier League and pay the top dollar to get me in there. Because let's be real, the only team in the Premier League right now that has any chance of winning the Champions League is the blue side of Manchester. Arsenal have never won it. Chelsea ain't in it. Tottenham ain't in it. Newcastle ain't winning it. Who else it? Man United are shambles like Arsenal at times. They ain't winning it. So it's only really Man City. And Man City don't need him. They don't need him. They will find a way without him. They do not need to go and break the bank for Mo Salah. So maybe he's sitting down weighing all this up and saying, yeah, well, actually, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Not only that, he's a Muslim. It's a Muslim country. They've got a lot of other superstars there. Maybe he wants a piece of the pie. Who knows? Who knows? But the one thing I do know is there's still 2 weeks of this transfer window to go. And it would not surprise me one bit if Mohamed Salah leaves. And if he does leave, even though they're going to get good money for him, what top player can come into Liverpool and produce the output he's produced? Or what player, forget world class, just what player? The only one I could say with any chest that could come into Liverpool right now and produce an output as good as Salah's is probably Mbappe in a winger position. But he plays on the opposite side. Other than that, I'm struggling. So now it's a case of, right, well, if Salah goes, you still need 2 midfielders, you need a centre-back, but now you need to replace Salah. It wouldn't surprise me if Klopp quit if he sold him. If they sell him, if the club sell him, it would not surprise me if Klopp walked out. Yeah, he might stay for a little bit, a couple of defeats, the crowd are turning already. Salah leaves, I think there'll be carnage. You don't want to mess with the Scousers. Yeah, because they are pretty ruthless with it. When they want to protest, they protest. Yeah, you protested before, Liverpool fans, about raising the ticket prices. 2-0 up against Sunderland, 77th minute, you all walked out to protest against the £77 ticket. You then drew the game 2-2. They scrapped the £77 ticket. So listen, big up to the Scousers. I like your club. It will be pure banter, though. I can't lie. Yeah, it will be banter. But I would love to have Jurgen Klopp at Arsenal at the same time. It would be pure banter. I can't lie. But listen, all jokes aside, as a football fan, you want to see the best players playing the league that you support your team in. Arsenal, Premier League, I want to see the best players here. Unfortunately for us, all of the top players are now going to Saudi. Is Mohamed Salah the next one in that long list of top talented footballers? How old is Salah? Have a quick look on that. Smash the like button up, people. Make sure you are subbing to the channel. That would be great. Mohamed Salah is 31 years old. So, yeah. I mean, his pace hasn't dried up yet. So he's still got a few years left. But, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he goes. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if he goes. And it wouldn't surprise me if Klopp walks out after it. Yeah, because there's something not right. I mean, listen, you Liverpool fans know your club better than I ever will. So you tell me, what's going on at your football club? Leave it in the comments section. Is Salah going? Why are players rejecting your football club? Is it solely because of money? Or is it because of the London pool? Is it because of the project's not as sexy as it is with Poch? Liverpool on the downward at the minute. Chelsea can't go any lower than 12. Let's be real. They're only going to go one way. Let me know in the comment section. I've also got a video dropping on the main channel. David Raya has just signed for Arsenal, so make sure you come and check that one out as well. That'll be dropping a little bit later on tonight. What time is it now? 20 to 8 my time. Sorry, 20 to 9 my time. So that'll be dropping about 11 o'clock UK time. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, we're out of here. Adios, amigos. Get your comments and super chats in down below. We out.